made of stone. What a feeling, beings believing I can have it all. Now I'm dancing for my life. Take your passion and make it happen. Pictures come alive, you can dance right through your life. What a feeling.
Welcome to the Samantha Leith Show with me, Samantha Leith. Now, this month is all about planning your year, doing what you can to make it the best year we possibly can. Some things are going to sound familiar and some things may be really new to you, but either way, I encourage you to tackle this planning with excitement because you never know what extraordinary things may happen. Let's talk about the 5x5 goal method. I touched on this method during the Daily Success Formula month. However, repetition is a good thing, so let's go over it again. For each goal you have, we want you to work out what you need to do to achieve it. And I know this can seem like a really laborious process, but it's worth it. There's a fine line between doing too much detail and not enough actual work. Yep, I've been so guilty of that. But we can't achieve something if we don't know what we need to do to achieve it. For each goal, yep, there's a worksheet. I want you to work out the 5 things you need to do to achieve it. Let's do an example. Self-publishing your 20,000 word book by the 30th of June 2022. 20,000 words, 62 days to the 30th of April with no weekend or public holidays is 322.58 words a day. Number 2, find an editor to work with. Number 3, set tasks for your team to create the online pages to sell it. 4, set up the order to arrange for the printing. And number 5, to have a photo shoot to get the assets you need. I'm exhausted just doing that. If you look at that exhaustingly fast example, only one task is actually needed every day. The rest are one-offs. See how that then makes it so much easier to plan your year? It's like magic. Now your turn. I want you to do that for each goal. Some goals may have more than 5 steps needed, and that's okay. Chunk it into 5 where you can. And some overflow might be needed, especially in the longer term goals. Once you've done that for all of your goals, you'll be able to create a list that clearly shows what you need to do each quarter, each week, sometimes even each day. Most people have steps that cross over between goals. Dropping weight, for example, will often create a to-do that involves exercising, which can involve spending more time with family and friends. Win-win. A couple of months ago, we talked about the Daily Success Formula, and one of the exercises I asked you all to do or encouraged you to do was create your perfect day. And I want you to go back and look at that again, What does that look like from the moment you get up to the moment you go to bed? Because knowing that is really important in this process of planning your 2022. So remind yourself, what's your perfect day? I know what mine is. Are you ready to have some fun and get creative? I am. Yay. There are so many methods for planning and so many tools you can use. I like a combination of analog and digital. So let's look at my massive New Year planner. That's where it all takes shape for me. The things we want to mark out first are holidays, birthdays, big dates like that concert you got tickets for, regular commitments, blog posts, reels, these videos, etc. Self-care, time off, anything you can. Now, add dates that you have committed to for your goals. Remember to have fun. I use stickers, moshi tape, numbers, anything I can get my hands on. And up the top, have your word for the year plastered if you can. If you've got a business, your plan will probably look a little bit different to someone who's in a corporate role. You may both have training or education as a goal, for example, but it may be the difference between something you're doing online or during work hours or going away for a weekend seminar. For me, I know each day there's something that has to be released in my business. Then there's launches and events. And remember, I'm doing it all with ease. If you're going to go digital, make sure you use different colors for the different areas of your life and set alerts and reminders right now as you do this. For a paper planner, you may want to do like countdowns to something big. 12 days to the city to surf, or I did 2Ks, I did 3Ks, there's my target. You can also set a date for a measurable part of your goal. Now go have fun. You've probably heard of a vision board. Well, do one. They're amazing. Grab some magazines, some papers, some books, grab some photos online, use the Google, and go for it. You might want to put it on a diary like I do. You might have a board you stick it up on. You might actually just print something out. You could stick it in a photo book. And another way, I used to carry one of those little photo envelopes with pictures of what I wanted to achieve in the year. Whatever you do, make it yours and yours alone. And who knows, if you do things right, in a couple of years you'll come back and you'll have achieved all of them. Okay, we've got to create a combat plan for any potential obstacles. And it does several wonderful things. It dissipates fear of what if. It gives you the feeling that you'll be able to handle anything that happens on the way to achieving your goals, and it boosts your self-confidence. And it reprograms your subconscious mind to hunt for solutions. Of course, you're not going to be able to foresee every obstacle, but if you've been diligent about creating your short-term plans and your goals, you'll know what to expect. You'll know what you have to do, and you'll have some idea of some challenges you'll face. It's helpful here if you go back to your plans and try and spot potential hazards. Number one, will you maybe need extra cash at some point? How will you get it? Start planning ways to generate more income, save money, obtain a loan, etc. And you'll have the peace of mind knowing that you won't have to be scrambling for money at some critical time. Maybe you'll need more skills or knowledge. How will you get them? And how will you have enough time to acquire them before you really need them? If you need to sign up for classes, do it. If you need to contact someone and become apprentice to them, do it. Maybe you need a mentor. Skills and knowledge are ever evolving, and there's something to be said for fake it till you make it. But if you can find ways to avoid reinventing the wheel and making silly mistakes because you haven't learned something, your journey will be so much easier. Number three, will you need the help of a certain person or organization? As I mentioned before, there's nothing like a good mentor to help you get along. People love to share their knowledge and expertise. Network, find the right people. They'll appear as if on cue if your why and your desire is strong. Number four, common one, will you encounter resistance in your family or with other important people in your life? Chances are not everyone is going to get your goals. They may try to talk you out of your foolishness or encourage you to do something more sensible, blah, 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 blah. They may be well-meaning, but if you realize that they're projecting their own limitations onto you, then you'll have the strength to keep going no matter what anyone says. You may have to come up with some creative and thoughtful ways to get them on board and support you, or at least leave you the hell alone and let you do your thing. It helps to present them with a plan sometimes. It helps to produce results and let actions speak for themselves. Just be ready for resistance and negativity, and don't let anyone's idea of what is right for you stop you. Number five, will you actually have the time to do this? It's a really big reason why people give up their goals. If you're struggling with enough time, then take a 1-week inventory of what you do. Where do you spend your time? Take note, minute by minute, of a week of your normal life. Don't adjust anything, just monitor. I can almost guarantee that you'll spot activities that are massive time suckers. TV's obvious, but you'll be able to squeeze out an extra hour or more nearly every day. Simplifying your life and making time for what's important for you. I hope you can see how you can be proactive and do everything you can to actually prevent the problems before they arise. Try and prevent as many possible problems as you can, and worst case, if they do come up, you'll be ready. You won't panic because you'll have some ideas on how to solve them, or at least get around them. Have fun with this creative problem solving. Don't get swallowed up in fearful negativity, but look at it as a fun game. After all, these problems are only potential problems in your mind. Your bank might actually cheerfully give you a low-interest loan based on your solid business plan. Your relatives might love the idea of a seaside B&B if they get to come and stay with you on their holiday. And you never know, Sydney property prices may actually drop.
Now I hear the music, close my eyes, I am rhythm. In a flash, it takes hold of my
Thanks for watching this week's episode of The Samantha Leith Show. Be sure to head on over to samanthaleith.com/whatever way it goes freebies and grab any of the worksheets I mentioned. And I'd really love it if you'd click on that subscribe button and share this video. When you do, don't forget to tag me so I can say thank you. And remember, I believe you are extraordinary. You have got this.